Actually, you're running in the state of New Jersey for District 9 for Congress. When I was looking at your website, one of your policy positions that very much intrigued me was your 8-10-12 plan. This is a term limits plan that you would push for if you were elected. Break that down for us.
So the 8-10-12 plan is in two parts. The first part of the 8-10-12 plan is that if you are a federally elected official, or you're about to be a federally elected official, you cannot assume office if you are related to anyone that is currently a lobbyist. And I think the problem that we have with that is we have a lot of people in Washington, D.C. that are selling our country out for their own special interests, including my opponent, who has a son that is a lobbyist that still continues to lobby on behalf of his family and his own personal interests. Now, what the 8-10-12 plan consists of, it's 8 years for the president, 10 for Congress, and 12 for the Senate. I myself only intend to serve for 10 years as well. Now, I believe this could actually get pushed when we do get to the House, because the biggest thing you hear from anti-term limit people, I should say, is that no one's going to vote themselves out of a job. And you're right, they won't. That's why when I bring this to the House floor, I want it to be a roll call vote where everyone's vote is put on record and they have to vote against it. If you vote for this and you're currently an elected official, you're exempt from this. Any politician coming in after the fact will be subject to term limits. If you vote no, now you have to explain to the American people why you want to keep the charade up. Democrat, Republican, no matter what side of the aisle you are, everybody agrees with term limits. 90% of Americans are in favor of term limits. We have too many career politicians, and the truth is being a politician is civil service. It is not a career.
Well, and we obviously have too many career politicians. Take Nancy Pelosi as just one of a million examples. This woman has been in politics since the Stone Age, and she's amassed large, unfathomable amounts of wealth from her time in office. And that's another problem with these career politicians. Their income, their salary is, once they're in for a few decades, Billy, becomes disproportionate to their net worth. You know, Nancy Pelosi, I think she's worth around $100 million. She's not making millions and millions of dollars a year from her salary as an elected official.
No, she's making her salary from insider trading, to the point that many people on the internet are copying her trades, and some people are even making money. The people that are in politics for a very long time, they have benefits that the average person couldn't even fathom of. For example, Nancy Pelosi's, I believe, husband not too long ago, just got arrested with the DUI. Yeah. He's only going to serve 5 days in jail and then have 6 months of probation, I believe, is the only thing that he's going to get. Had that happened to any one of us, you're losing your license, you're not driving, you're going to get fined, and you're most likely going to do it more than 5 days in jail. But this is the nature of what we have here. This is why we need to get rid of career politicians and bring in fresh ideas. And for the young people that are watching right now, I want them to understand that I'm only 32 years old, and I decided to get involved in this race. I'm going up against the machine. I'm running against a 26-year incumbent, 85 years old, who's been here for a very, very long time. All he wants to do is divide the country, spread rhetoric that hurts us, and he's not doing anything to push our generation forward, or even the next generation. They're signing on to bills that are going to indebt us for the rest of our lives. The next two generations are going to be paying off for this inflation reduction, or I call the Inflation Creation Act, where we're going to hire an additional 87,000 IRS agents on top of the 81,000 that we have now. That's just 20,000 IRS agents short of the entire enlisted United States Marine Corps right now, which is a crazy statistics when you look at that. They're coming to tax all of us. They're coming to dig in your pockets and take from them so that they can give your money and give it to other foreign countries. These people, they don't represent our generation. They don't represent our country. They're not bringing any fresh ideas, and they're only there to enrich ourselves. That's why I decided to get involved, and I need all the support possible to ensure that we bring a victory to not just New Jersey, but to the United States. Our generation is at stake. Our future is at stake, and I believe that if the youth does not get involved and they don't pay attention to what's going on in politics, we're making a very, very dire mistake that we're going to have to pay for many, many years. That's why I decided to run, and hopefully I can gain the support of a lot of people to make sure that this is possible.
Well said. Billy Prempeh, thank you so much for joining the program. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. If you want to learn more, go to www.billyprempeh.com.
Great. Thanks, Billy.